in Malaysia.
We stayed up till about 1 a.m.
1 a.m. Falcons to at least secure this. We'll see how they set up around it. Carl's just going to go ahead and grab a camp real quick. Ogwin about to hit that level 3. And this is one of the great things I will say about a Rome Guinevere, though, is like you don't have to be that level 4 to bring value to these early skirmishes, these early fights, right? You have enough with the jump, that spatial migration to set things up.
You do most of your thing.
Yeah.
Mako gets the hit on the gold crab. Dangerous grass loading very well for the Suyo. Lots of angles, but Sanji, great zoning.
Okay.
In comes Sanji. Crimson Beacon knocks up Kyle. Kyle very low, has a surge on through. Queller as well. And now Flap dancing to protect that backline retreat. And they knock up Ogwin. RWM defensively used by Haji. Conti's already secured the Lord. It's a win for Liquid.
That's what I call some big damn, and I don't know if Kyle was ready for it.
Turtle. Great combo there for Sansan. Sanji just brought Sanford 2 great burst targets, and one of them being the opposing jungler. So Kyle needs to watch out for how he gets vision and how he positions himself around the Lords and Turtles, knowing that Sanji is fearless with using the Crimson Beacon as a means to set him up. Usually you'd see that as a defensive tool or something like that, but no. Sanji is on set you up, kill you mode, and he needs to play more through Ogwin and Flap.
Yeah, for those of y'all who don't know, when Zushin pops a Crimson Beacon, you get instant stacks.
Yeah.
So people just all the more easily
fly around.
Instantly thrown around.
Yeah, that's one of the strengths here, especially when you hit that level 4. But so far, this has been the course. I would say the pace that we've seen set up in the past previous games, where it's a little bit slower, you know, early on, instead of like game 1, game 2, where it would just come out swinging right away for TL. So they maintain a bit of a lead off of these little interactions across the map, but Team Falcons, now that you have a level 4 on Ogwin, maybe they can look for setup potential.
Oh, still a very slow-paced game. To see the effects of game 3 and 4 in this. They're really just playing around for the objectives. No one's... Oh, wait.
Oh, Flappier hit with the Law and Order. Used to back off, had to purify. Glorious Pathway used up by JP already.
Yeah, Ogwin wasn't able to knock up anyone because when the Glorious Pathway was brought down, that little bit of extra movement speed just meant that Ogwin wouldn't be able to land the spatial migration. Unfortunate for him. I think him and Flap were looking for a bait play combo type.
Uh-oh.
Oh, no.
Flap in trouble once again. 40 has lethal intent. Flap dashes through, catches a shield, and there's not much of action for Falcons either.
It's quite scary how much damage Teddy Pagito can do. Oh. All right, he should be fine. They're going to trade it. They don't have to trade too much. This is going to be an objective second turtle in the hands of TL.
Yeah, cross-map trades. Falcons know that maybe fighting the turtles are going to be a bit risky for them, so they're just getting the farm. They know it's important to get the Sky Piercer on the Suyo. But here comes the first item for Carl TZ. It is the War Axe, while Haji gets his Glowing Wand. It's not going to be a Sky Piercer rush. He full builds the Hunter Strike.
Probably best go ahead and build that anyway. He's been dealing with so much pressure towards him.
So 5 minutes in, Falcons haven't put anything on the board.
Yeah.
Are we afraid of them expiring? Is that the problem with this Magic-centric lineup?
Oh, well, the good thing is it's an Eve, and no matter how much of that Magic defense you build up, she will hurt.
Yeah.
And I think that's also the theory around this Harith. Falcons can play this game as long as they don't suffer any big losses. Again, their counter punch is really good.
It's one of those ones where it's like, you just wait. If you have to just kind of hold on, buckle in, and wait for the late game, especially when Super Marco's online, then you have all the tools you need to go ahead and set team fights up in your favor. So Team Falcons seems to just be taking that route. Like, let's just kind of sit in, get to this point where we can, and it's TL trying to actually find these moments to potentially make something happen. Good take there.
Wow. Teddy with the last hit. I think it was the Art of Thievery that got it.
Uh-oh. Flap here, refusing to purify up until the last moment. Has to falling Star Moon into a wall just to survive. Sandy knocks him up, but still he lives. Kyle instead gets fell by Carl TZ and served up a kill, a double over to Sanford. Here, WM, canceled here. Now Hodge has to flicker back. Cyclone Eye through as well, but JP will continue to pressure them. Ogwin can't save him. Oh my lord, Haji gets squished here. Not much a Guinevere can do, and Liquid aren't done.
Under the tier 2?
Another double for 40. That's why they call him the Apex Predator.
And the straw that breaks the camel's back, you were just waiting for that moment where everything snaps, and it snaps in favor of Team Liquid. Again, they have the lineup for it, and Sanford now has secured all 4 kills for Liquid in this game.
Gentlemen, remember when we posed the question, should you not give the Paquito over to Sanford? I think that's been answered once again. You know, again, it was a priority pick. He's sitting on 4-0 now. He's already got that Hunter Strike, and you're seeing the way they play around it. I think that's why it's such a threat and why it is such a priority, because you're seeing how they're allowing Sanford. Let's see if he does something here. He's 1v3.
They're looking to shut him down. Quick knock up. All the ults thrown out, but here comes Sanji to save him. And the Stat duo quill the trio from the foul. To save him. And the Stat duo quill the trio from the Falcons. Ogwin here, Lantern Flare.
He's got a combo.
Sanford knocks out Master
Here comes Carl and JP.
And they go in, double horse combo. Haji gets taken down. And Kyle does not know what to do. Carl gets a double, and Flap follows through. Sanford 6-0-1. Marco don't know 1-0.
That ain't no horse, that's a Ducati.
It never fails them. The Hylos and the Leomore together just has a good history for Liquid. And maybe the slight overcook was the fact that the Suyo ended up just going into the jungle and there was a roam Guinevere. Call me a hater of the pick, but just for the role specifically. But let's see if Falcons can make a comeback. So far though, it is all Liquid. Teddy's gold compared to Marco. He does have a 1,100 gold lead.
In comes another glorious pathway. Nowhere for Ogwin to go. Goes sideways and under goes Flap. Zaman Force. That does compromise Marco. Blazing duet to the face. Teddy gets a double.
Teddy wanted some of the action. He just got a great placement on the blazing duet. And so TL has brought it to this point, an 8,000 gold lead. Where did this come from?
Win after win, massive 4 kills. They get towers out of that too. The fact that Super Marco couldn't get a big considerable win or lead against Teddy in the lane despite a few helps and rotations from Falcons because of how well Teddy was able to control the lane as well and keep himself alive. Yes, there's a lot of eyes on the Roam mid trio and the 4 horsemen. But Teddy's play in the lane was crucial for Liquid being at this point as well.
Oh, I feel you. I feel the crowd in here too, because
did someone pick a Hellcurt?
Yep, someone picking a Hellcurt here, playing with us. But right now, TL, easy take on the Lord. so they'll secure that. Team Falcons, they gotta just prep up and be ready. I was thinking buckle in for the series. Well, now, quickly, in a matter of a few minutes, 3-4 minutes, they're in their base buckling up. Let's see if they can make it happen. Haji picks up a Divine Glaive, but you're looking at the items. There's a massive disparity.
Glorious Pathway slowing down. Falcons retreat. Caltese also calls in his Ducati, and that just opens up 40's push up top.
You got a Ducati. That's what Caltese's showing him right now on this Leomord. And so far, the synergy between having all this threat AoE. I'm talking about the Hylos. I'm talking about the Jushin. Even Teddy. They have free pickings in these team fights and around these spaces in the jungle and into the base. All shields are gonna pop. Lord will make its way down the bot, getting ready to charge in. JP's already in the base.
RWM by Haji, just swiping away at the Lord. Requiem, put it in.
Teddy!
Teddy with a massive blazing duet. Taking down Kyle, serving up a kill to 40. And now Flap falls in. That's a double. Mid lane tier 1 drops, 3 defenders left. Falcons are reeling as the Liquid slowly but surely take out Ogwin as well. Ogwin is holding on. Liquid at match point.
One away from making history and solidifying themselves as the greatest, making it undeniable. One win away from the first ever 3-peat in MPL PH history.
History is on the verge of being made here in the Champions Arena. Can feel it. It is full of Let's Go Liquid on one side, and on the other, the Falcons Nest is looking to see if Team Falcons can readjust the flight again, because this game, Game 5, was not theirs. They kept the pace from the first early game, but then boom, quickly was the work done by Team Liquid.
Sanford's Paquito here was massive. Of course, it's link up with Sanji. As great as this was, a lot of the big turnaround highlights came through the San duo. Sanji and Sanford together, and I wouldn't be surprised if one of those names is going to be the MVP. Oh, we know it's Paquito. We know it's the Paquito, guys.
We know it's the Paquito. It has to be. Again, you can't give this guy the Paquito for the next game. There it is. We're all getting uppercut. Oh, whoa! He's flexing on him too! Man, what a performance. 8-0-2, Paquito, Sanford. I don't know. Oh, what else can we say about this? It was clean from the very start.
He was trying something else. He was on his way to a Rose Gold Meteor.
Yeah.
So there's a little bit of innovation in the late game build for Sanford, but I can't even call it a late game build. It ended so quickly.
Well, Renmar did mention that it was a magic-based damage. Oh, we were almost in Harry Potter land, right? But he basically, he went Hunter Strike first, he finished his boots, and then he went the wings. And that was like enough.
My goodness. I mean, this game could have gone either way. It's just that, I think that first turtle was misplayed there by Kyle and Falcons. Because Liquid already had the information that Kyle was holding the bush right behind the turtle pit. Because when the turtle first spawned, he used his evil queller to just poke JP down. And he never really left that. He would just either go there, go to the bush beside the beetle, and then go back. So it was an easy read for Sanji to just use the Crimson Beacon forward, and then Sanford coming in from the lane. As good as the Esmeralda is, of course, with the idea of getting a shield, that raw hard crowd control isn't there outside of the Falling Star Moon. And even if you get that in, it's not that long of a stun. You need to be follow-up right away. But since it's the Suyo that got jumped on, again, this is why I'm very iffy on the Guinevere pick. It's so conditional. To do this, you need this to succeed. For that to succeed, though, there needs to have been a step that you took beforehand, which is either getting vision or getting into the place first. Ogwin was getting into the place first, but then just that link up with an Ogwin, Flap, and Kyle in the first turtle, it hurt them in the long run. Because that's where the 2 kills from the Paquito came first.
Yeah, there was also just really good usage of the synergies that came in this lineup from Team Liquid, you know, and that's why, again, when we break down the drafts and we really look at it in a certain way, like the play style that comes from a draft, they knew their timings on it. It took them a little bit longer to initiate that or execute it, but once they did, they didn't stop.
And again, this is the importance of keeping the trio of the roamers that can pack healing or revitalize. We've said it so many times. Gatot, Hylos, Kalea. It really looked like the swerve onto the Guinevere hurt them in the long run. They should have just kept the Guinevere in the jungle.
Yep.
I know that they were looking for physical damage. They probably accepted the fact that they are not going to end up with enough physical damage because of their priority, again, on the Esmeralda. I think that Esmeralda definitely could have been something else as well, because yes, it steals the shield, sure, it manages the Paquito, but it's just it.
This is insane, by the way. 10:48 game time on this one.
Yeah,
we just went through like some distance games, right? We had a 20+ minute game, then we had a 16, almost 17 minute. This one, holy moly, 10:48. Remember the stat we had the other day about how many games were actually finished under the 12-minute mark, and it was 8 for Team Liquid? Like, that's just, that is why, that is the epitome of the Liquid Stampede we're seeing.
And that's why this was a non-starter for Falcons to begin with. The fact that with this lineup, they can't slow down Liquid. Look, between Ogwen's pick, it's very all-in. We either win or we just die.
Yeah.
Between Flap, who can just jump in, or
Die.
It just doesn't work. For Falcons to get one over Liquid, it has to be start, stop, slow down, we win.
Yeah.
That's just how you stop Liquid.
Well, you could even make an argument that an Atlas would have been better here. Still would have been good. Keep the Guinevere in the jungle, pick up an Atlas again.
And I'm wondering if that was just the method to the madness. Like, like they actually want to put the Guinevere in the jungle, and then for some reason, it ended up swerving, right?
Yeah, again, which to me, I think the reason is they realized that they'd be lacking physical damage. So then they backed on the idea of a Piercer Psuyo or Psuyo. Was there no chance or room for them to consider picking up an assassin? Again, the Lancelot worked out for Liquid.
Yeah.
So yes, it did experience a difficult comeback for it. They were able to make a comeback for it eventually.
Yeah.
Still, I think one of my biggest learnings in this playoffs is just don't pick the Guinevere. I'm sorry if I sound like a hater on the pick. It's just not for that role, and we're not in this meta.
In recent history, I think it's only won once. When Fanny was picked at the last moment for Omega, but we're far removed from that.
Yeah, it's so kind of crazy to think how fast the meta has shifted just in the playoffs alone, right? But even towards the end of the regular season, where we are now. Look at this, though. This is what hasn't changed. Well, maybe his names have changed because he's the man of many names. Sanford here, he's gone through a whole bunch of names. Apex Predator, highest match win rate, 73%, 73.53%, 136 all-time MPL Philippines. CC Immune, this was the 4 times MPL Philippine champion, 2 times finals MVP, M4 world champion, MSC 2025 champion, finals MVP. Of course,
Way too many.
There's just so many. I think, doesn't he have more than these 2?
Yeah. Wait, Apex Predator, Immune, Nuya, Raging Sanford,
King Bob, Dole. Like, what do we forgot some, but I think that's the point, you know? Raging Sanford, by the way, was just one of those
it's a happy
mistakes.
Yeah, it's a happy accident.
Happy accident. You know, we were. Was that us on Des?
A coinky dink. I was not there.
I think that was me and Renmar with her.
I love how it's an iconic figure in Philippine esports that ended up giving the name of CC Immune. Of course, a professional athlete from a different game title, but within the same genre as well.
Also innocently calling him CC Immune.
Yeah, all the way to CC Immune. That was very funny.
He was playing Lapu Lapu.
Yeah. It's just one of those things, again, where the impact of Sanford, of course, throughout the history of Team Liquid, throughout his own career. You know, and if you really go into this like introduction of Sanford into the league and where he's been and everything he's accomplished with Team Liquid, it's amazing to look back and see all that, right? And it's very deserving that he has all these monikers, all these names, because he's just so damn good. And it's a big problem for Team Falcons. And right now we have to look at the COA, the consequences of actions. I think we've got Flap here at Team Falcons.
Bago kayo maging mag-teammate, anong impression mo kay Flap?
Impression ko sa kanya, masayahin. Tapos, at the same time, din siya. Parang, mabilis lang din siyang ma-down.
Sa tingin nyo, sa camera, lagi siyang masaya. Pero sa mga di nakakita, meron din siyang parang soft side si Flap.
May mga times na malungkot rin siya, ganun. Tapos may mga times din talaga na, ayun, down yung tao. So, parang, kami naman yung take turn para i-lift up siya. Yun.
After nung M2, parang sobrang down eh. Tapos walang pumapasok sa isip ko na senaryo na kaya ko ba bang mag-champion, ganon.
Gaano kalaking factor si Flap sa success niyo ng M5?
Sobrang laking factor ni Flap, lalo na sa finals eh. Parang siya yung, yung game changer din nung time na yun. Malaking part na rin talaga siya nung pagkapanalo namin sa M5.
Talagang nag-focus siya sa sarili niya para mag-improve yung laro niya.
Nagpa-stay sa akin is yung talaga MSC eh. Kasi gusto ko talaga makuha yun eh. Kasi yun na lang talaga yung kulang ko. Kaya yun yung nag-motivate sa akin. And at the same time, nung last season, kasi sobrang miracle na nun eh. Nung nakapasok kami, kumbaga, sa sobrang liit na chance na yun, kaya naming makapasok. Kaya yun din yung nag-drive sa akin kasi kahit anong porsyento talaga tinitake ko and tinitake namin na sa team. Kaya parang sobrang proud din ako sa kanila.
Paano ka natulungan ni Flap na mabuo yung decision na pumalag pa rin this season?
Kailangan namin bumawi this season kasi lalo na MSC. Gusto namin bumawi. Tapos yun, minomotivate nga kami ni Flap na huwag na namin siyang iwan sa team.
Si Flap talaga, parang ayaw niya rin kami maghiwa-hiwalay. Siya parang siya yung unang umiyak nung time na yun.
Itong gusto niya rin talaga bumawi kasi pangit yung naging run niya this last season. So, tas ako rin. So, yun, nag-connect lang kami.
Naasahan nyo na mas gagalingan namin and mas prepared kami. Kasi gusto ko rin talaga mag-Paris eh. Namin din. Gusto rin namin mag-Paris. Hi, ako nga pala si David Charles Cannon, aka Flap from Team Falcons XP Laner. Palag na to!
Hindi ko talaga alam bakit pinagawa sa akin yun ni Direk. Gusto ko lang po sabihin. Pero mukhang ang facial expression po na ito ay
Pag may
pinauso ni
naka-outplay.
Hans. Ha?
Pag may naka-outplay.
Oo.
Kasi
Oo.
sinusuportahan mo yung tao na naka-outplay, di ba? Parang ganun talaga yung reaction eh.
Oo nga eh. Medyo matindi ang naging palitan at bawi doon ng Team Liquid, bringing them to match point. Surprisingly, after that game. So, grabe ang ating naging shift din sa game na yun, Wolf. Kailangan nating pag-usapan kasi
Yes.
ang puro Fredrin na first ilang games? 4 games?
4 games.
Ay biglang nawala pagdating ng game 5.
Eto ngayon hindi kita niloloko dito, Bray, pero talaga naging instrumental para sa akin yung quality ng gameplay ng Sansan Duo na nakita natin nung game number 5. I believe na sila rin yung dahilan kung bakit sobrang aggressive ng Team Liquid Philippines. There was a time na tatlo yung pumunta doon sa may top lane para kay Sanford around the 7-minute mark. Tapos, nung itatry nilang i-gank yung Pakito doon sa yung first pick, Pakito by the way, mula kay Sanford, biglang ginamit ni Sanji yung river flow. Yung fact na mabilis siya maglakad dun sa river para makatulong kay Sanford dun sa may top lane. Eventually, yung Sansan allowed for the rest of TLPH na makakuha ng panalo sa teamfight na yun.
Oh, and that's when we were probably a bit worried about the presence of another Esmeralda with no direct answers whatsoever coming in from Liquid. I guess it was mainly on the Claude lang talaga dito ni Teddy, no? Pero wala siya nung typical na Gord or Freddy na talagang hold down lang ng lahat. Pero parang sub-sub mindset lang yung ginawa doon ng Liquid, especially through the high lows.
Oo nga eh. Nakita ko din yung parang relentless na tuloy-tuloy lang sila na kumuha ng kill. Mind you, this is a lineup na ginamit nila yung Leo Mord na parang pakiramdam ko halos parang unli yung kanyang paggamit ng ulti.
Oo nga.
In a way na hindi sila nagtitipid ng kanilang mga ultimates. Even si Sanji, hindi nagdadalawang isip na gumamit ang kanyang Crimson Beacon to go in. Partner that up with that Glorious Pathway mula kay JP. Nakita natin na sub-sub nga talaga ang mindset ng Team Liquid Philippines at nakuha nila yung panalo because of that.
Pero ano kaya ang hatol naman natin dun sa biglang pag-shift ng Guinevere into the roam role? Kasi akala talaga natin buong time ay magiging jungler siya. Pero ano ang tingin mong naging epekto na nilagay nila sa roam etong Guinevere in that game?
Parang naging greedy sila afterwards. Naramdaman natin with that Esmeralda, tapos meron kang Suyo, and then the Harith, na meron kang tatlong heroes na kailangan ng farm. So what I got from that was, biglang nawalan ng early game presence itong side ng Falcons. Although, ang ganda ng idea na inuubusan nila ng jungler hero itong si The Goat. Pero bigla naman nating nakita na nung time na ng paghahanap ng farm, doon sila pa nalugi.
Yep. Marami tayong mga nakita at naobserbahan na changes throughout that game, but it was relatively fast and something na parang kagulat-gulat in
Yeah.
terms of just how quick Falcons was in terms of picking up the pace or momentum. Parang binawi at pinakita na naman yung stampede sa atin doon ng Team Liquid.
It's perfect. Makikita natin dyan dito sa ating clip na ipapakita ko sa inyo. When you look at the red side team, na dito sa, tingin tayo muna doon sa minimap kung saan tatlong members ng Falcons ang makikita natin na kumulaps doon na para kunin itong si Sanford. Pero, mapapansin naman natin na ang gagawin lang ni Sanji ay i-take advantage yung river flow. Again, tatlo at napapaligiran na itong si Sanford. Ang pinili niyang gawin, mag-try niya mag-apply. So may mga nadadodge pa rin siya, but eventually afterwards, ang kunat masyado ng isang Pakito at tinulungan na siya ng kanyang tropang si Sanji, the Sansan Duo, making it so na makakuha sila ng isang kill. Dinarakan pa nga ni Sanji yung talon doon ni Ogwin. And then, ito na yung the rest of the cavalry. Glorious Pathway, sabay gamit ng ulti nitong si Carl TZ. Nakikita mo yung synergy ng ating jungler pati ng roamer ng TLPH. And while that is happening, 4 horsemen were able to take down the members of Falcons at sa may bandang gilid, may masaya.
Uy, ang nakita na naman talaga natin dito rin sa palagay ko ay ang dalawang kabayo na na-maximize
Yun nga
ng Team Liquid. Kasi Hylos, Leomord, parang sila ang nag-combo doon aside from Sansan. Tapos Steady,
Harp na sa gilid.
Oo.
Siya yung nakangiti sa gilid na sinasabi ko, Bri. So, imagine mo kasi yung mga kakampi mo nagpa-farm para sa'yo. Talaga mapapakita ka sa gilid. But kidding aside, nakita nyo kung gaano kalakas yung 4 horsemen dun sa team fight na natin na yun. It was Sanji saving his Sansan Duo, tapos yung JP plus the Carl TZ na mayroon kang kabayo at Glorious Pathway na kasama. Nakita natin kung gaano kay impactful and that's the reason why they are at match point.
Okay. Now it's Liquid on blue. Hindi, mamaya. Hintayin natin. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, Falcons. I believe they picked red side. Flying Clouds. Tama ba to, Coach Will? Parang kanina pa
Flying Clouds.
nagiging preference ng Falcons ang red side. Whereas Liquid,
Red side.
it seems like they do prefer having the blue side.
Exactly. Kasi nagkaroon sila ng mga first pick na first pick material heroes like the Pakito. So far, Bri, if my memory serves me correctly, Pakito laban sa Esmeralda ay 2-0 na ang panalo.
Ooh. Eto balikan lang muna din natin saglit dahil Haji makes a return to the international stage after 1,232 days since the M4 World Championship Grand Finals.
Kung nandun si Haji sa M4 World Championship, ang kanyang katapat ay none other than Coach TikTok. Nakatabi ko ngayon. Coach Tik, baka naman may message ko. Wala naman. Mahihain.
Wala eh.
Mahihain.
Na-jump scare eh.
Na-jumpscare si Coach TikTok.
Alam mo kanina pa kasi tumatayo yan kapag ka nandito yung mikropono eh. Nagulat siguro
Iniiwasan
siya.
tayo eh.
Wala eh. Pero shout out at masaya kaming makita ka dito, Coach Tik. At pakiramdam ko ay masaya rin siya sa nagiging resulta so far. Pero hindi pa naman tapos ang ating serye. Alamin natin kung ano ang mga magiging kaganapan dito dahil we are about to enter the draft for the next game in just a few moments. Wolf, sa tingin mo ba, itong kalahati, second, parang may, may part 1 and part 2 tayo ng buong series na to. Dito sa part 2, ganun na ba ang magiging draft natin? Wala nang Fred rin talaga.
Tingin ko, lalo na nasa second pick ata ang Falcons, so mas madali. Tsaka parang hindi ka na worried dun sa Zushin eh. Parang sinasagot na to ng side ng Team Falcons. They have the Eve for that.
Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, here we are. We're going to be jumping into this next draft. And I'll tell you what, it is now a championship point. If for some reason you've missed things, this is what we're at now. Championship point, we're going to Flying Clouds. Mind you, TL has not lost on Flying Clouds.
What is that, 17-0 now?
They're 17-0. They're 17-0. They've got a 68% win rate on the red side, but I think this is, I don't know. Team Falcons has to figure something out for this draft.
Joseph, it's a fighting map.
It's a fighting
And
map.
Liquid are fighting champions.
They are, man. Gosh, this is, I guess this is you going against the odds if you're Team Falcons.
A punch for a punch. Finally respecting the presence of the Pakito. Seems like we're gonna go back to the Harley, Suyo, Leomord, Phovius trade. Kalea hasn't been banned yet. Neither has Marcel. It's up to Liquid to take out the Marcel. Potentially maybe take out the Freya. Unless they open it, then they just go for Ooga Booga. Yes, that is actual analysis, folks. Full damage, full speed, end the game in under 12.
Potentially, I don't know, man. As much as we just witnessed a stampede, a very quick game, I'm hoping Game 6 doesn't go that way. I'm hoping that when we start to see the picture painted here for Team Falcons, they lock in a couple of these heroes. We know the game plan they want to go for. They can't contest the Fredrin anymore. The utility bans are being out. They respect ban the Paquito. It's done too much to stop Team Falcons from getting the full flight they're looking for. And the last one is also that Freya ban that Teddy picked up.
Okay, this being Game 6, it just dawned on me. Falcons chose to be blue. Last night, they had all of the momentum. Even in this game, even in this match, rather, they had all the momentum from red. Is this a clear sign of them saying something's got to change? Something massive has to change now.
Yeah, it seems like a tailored draft is underway. 2 or 3 potential sets of them. They banned all the Freya, again, talking about the Freya and Marcel trades. So they banned the Marcel Liquid as expected. And so Liquid still has an avenue to go for the fast rush. Liquid can go Leomord High Loss again if it's available for them. If it's going to be Hardy, we could see a long game. It is an Eve Rush. An Eve Rush.
Okay, Eve Rush. This is this worth the rush then? Like to go ahead and grab the blue side Eve?
Well, they'll get their combo. I think they're going to end up getting the Harith on the swing back. Liquid are probably eyeing just getting their Claude now. If it's not going to be the Claude, then they'll get the Moskov later. And then jungle picks all still active. Wouldn't be surprised if they leave their jungle pick just for a little bit later, pick up a strong EXP. We mentioned the Phoveus. But it could also be one of those scenarios where getting a Yuzhong later would be good. But it is a Phoveus and Claude, 2 of the picks that we expected. With the Harith, it'll be tough to get it now. I think they just double down on what worked for them in the past. Get the carry onto Super Marco. Consider the Suyo or maybe even the Leomord for Team Falcons. There's no Sora that you have to worry about. Now, the next big picks you have to worry about might actually have to be the mid laner for Sanji. If Falcons show the Leomord, that's an easy Valentina pick for Team Liquid Philippines. You get to steal not only the RWM, but even the Phantom Steed.
Okay, next up, Guinevere. Oh, they're going with the Guinevere again.
For the love of all that is green and Falcons, I hope this is exactly what we think it is.
Yes. Gwyn jungle only.
Gwyn jungle. It can't be the Gwyn roam.
Joseph.
I'm not feeling it if it is, man.
That's what we thought in Game 5.
Yes. So keep it in the jungle. No, Team Falcons is going to come up with the best game plan depending on what these choices for Team Liquid are. And right now, the Harley comes through, at least for Carl Teasy.
Phoveus is going to be one of their big stoppers. I think Falcons needs to commit a ban onto the Gord and the Valentina. If not both, then one of those, and you take away a JP hero. But if you take away a JP hero, actually no, don't take away either the Hylos or Gatot, because Liquid will end up with one of those 2. And there was a lack of heal, which is what hurt Falcons earlier. Keep the Hylos Gatot Kaja trade open. But the tough thing about that, Liquid might just also ban out one of the options. The more I speak about it, the more it seems like Liquid are getting closer and closer to just etching their names to the greatest. Still, Falcons are respecting the other picks. The Loyi, the macro would have been big for Liquid.
Yeah.
So many avenues they could still go through. I'm getting quite overwhelmed with all the options they could go for.
Yeah, a whole lot of choices here throughout the draft, but right now, as long as Team Falcons fixes what really messed them up in the previous game and ended up being such a stampede for Team Liquid, would be to solidify having one of the more beefy roams, maybe the ones that have a revitalize that you can run with, since you still have those options available to you. Maybe it's going to be a Khalid in the hands of Mogwin. Maybe you get the Gatakacha. This Hilda is going to be banned out by TL just to due diligence, make sure that's not messing up the Claude, as we've seen for Teddy. So a good quality ban coming out from TL. Team Falcons, on the other hand, they still have one more option. They might continue to hone in on the mid lane options
Yeah. They can't take away one of the roamers. So they have to make the choice whether it's the Valentine or Gord that's going away. Very honest, EXP jungle gold already. It's Roman mid that we're waiting for, Roman EXP. It's the Valentina that they pick. Gord available for Sanji if everyone wants to go for it.
Oh, Gord Harley combo, man.
Gord
We've
Harley.
seen it.
Wait, if they Gord Harley, Flap gets the Sora.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's why they banned the Val.
Yeah, that's what TLPH is waiting for. They probably pick JP's pick first, and then wait to see what Flap's gonna go for. If they show the Gord, it's a very easy Sora.
But there
that's
is a
for the
Phobe.
Phobius. Again, it's not always an automatic counter, but it does not make it so easy to play it. It's more demanding of the execution for a team when Sora goes up against a team with a Phobius. With how long a Phobius can buy time for the rest of the team, Sora might not get the help it needs. A Cho for JP.
The Cho? Man, this combination, having the Cho and the Phobius, were big components of their win against Onyx.
If they want a big box and a lot of crowd control, you consider either Batang or Atlas. And then for Flap, you have to get Burst. Get the Lapu or maybe even consider something like a Yuzhong. So my recommendation is Yuzhong Atlas, Yuzhong Batang. Getting a Ka lead to try and match the rotational speed of the Cho might not be enough for your team. And for the love of all that is good, put that Guinevere in the jungle.
Yeah,
This is where we find out.
Yeah.
This is where it happens.
A couple seconds will tell us what they're going. You get the thumbs up from Ogwin. It is. So Hylos will be the roam for Ogwin. Flap will get the Lapu Lapu. And we've got the Guinevere in the jungle.
So it's very similar to combo and execution to when they went to 2-2.
Yeah.
So a little more hope for Falcons here.
I definitely like this a lot more. What's the answer going to be in the mid lane for Team Liquid? They could simply just go the Gord, but they're going to go the Jushin instead, providing them with one of the strongest mid lane picks, if not the strongest hero for that role.
Cho and Jushin don't get the combo, but the Cho and Harley does. It's up in the air, and it'll all boil down to the first two turtles. Whoever gets those and how it looks after will be the winner. Will it be Liquid ending it here in 6, or will Falcons force a fated game number 7?
Man, we need that game 7, Team Falcons. I feel like this draft was the one that they needed. Let's see if we can make it to the full series. It all starts here because right now, after the stomp that Team Liquid had in the previous game, they are riding into the Land of Dawn on momentum for this one. So will they continue it forward, or will we see the Falcons once again soar higher?
Marco and Teddy, we go back into the last two players that made the walkouts for their teams, how they'll manage the laning, and how they'll manage the eventual mid-game power spike. Master Assassin for Super Marco. It's expected a Festival of Blood for Teddy. Cause Gwyn jungle will get faster access to cooldowns.
Yep.
After using the ultimate, but there are 2 purifies on the side of Liquid. And it's the main targets for this Guinevere, that Jushin and that Claude. Meanwhile, Marco is the only one packing a purify for the team, but there's a good amount of CC immunity built into the Falcons lineup as well.
Yeah, even with this.
Ooh.
Oh. Little.
Forgets Crab. And he spams TP. You don't see it on screen, but you see it on the map.
Whoa!
Mid lane. Gonna drag him back.
Ogwin trying to get out of here.
Oh.
JP secures it. And a flicker out of Haji might go down as well. And Carl finds him. The GOAT is bloodthirsty.
One kick from JP, and that's not even the way of the dragon. It was just literally an attack. And you've got 2 kills now for Team Liquid.
A mishandling of the trade. Carl Teasy, after going full orange side clear, shows up, exchanges basic attacks, and he shows up just at the right time as Sanji and JP layered their crowd control together. Who in 2026 shows a Genflix Aerowolf emote? That's a deep
elite,
cut.
That's
dude.
elite ball knowledge right there.
That's elite ball knowledge.
I wish I had that knowledge. Now I do. Thank you.
Those were the times, Joseph.
Those were the times.
Very old ID team.
So now with this lead, Turtles up, first one of the game. Team Falcons is looking like they want to go ahead and grab control of it. TL, want to contest? JP, relying on the Jeet Kune Do here.
It's him against 4 members of Falcons. In comes Sanji with a Crimson Beacon. Requiem helps Kyle secure. Turtle goes over to Falcons, and Sanji gets taken down. They trade for Kyle. Now Open caught inside, RWM by Haji. In comes the dunk from 40, and 40 gets taken down by Open. Carl takes down the big horse, and SOD, no one home. Falcons win, but just barely.
Yeah, Kyle had to use his Violet Requiem. Teddy blazing to win, and they are going to steal the purple away.
Kyle is hungry. That's his lunch money.
What a perfect play there by Liquid, but Haji got the last hit. Void Blast from the Eve.
Okay. Haji says thanks.
Carl didn't have the retribution, so it went from bad to good.
Yeah, not too bad. This gives Haji a little bit of a advantage in the mid.
Oh, they dogpile on a Sanji. He purifies, but he gets taken down still. Now JP, tail end of the Bravest Fighter dodged. Falcons pick off.
That is Onyx-esque in how they executed that. They found the pickoff right away, forced out the Purify from Sanji, but Sanji already took too much damage. The aggression. Falcons needs to keep this up if they want to force game number 7.
Yeah, just when you thought, you know, Team Liquid was pressing on that same pedal that they've seen in game 1, 2, and even the previous game 5, they get to this point where Team Falcons has responded. That's great for them. They made the adjustments they needed. Super Marco's been able to go ahead and just farm up in his lane. He did throw out an SOD earlier. I'm not sure if he would have followed that up or not, but still, part of this game plan from Team Falcons has been leaning towards Haji, leaning towards Super Marco later in the game, and that's still a potential here on this Moskov.
Guinevere has been one of the signature picks for Falcons this season. Often banned. Early on, it showed up as a surprise pick that ended up working out really well. Flap had to use the Bravest Fighter for the CC immunity so that, for that little jump, so that he would not get caught by Liquid, and he is safe.
Oh! In comes Kyle, forcing a blazing duet from Tere. He lives. Didn't even need to use the Purify.
Yeah, that's going to be Turtle going to Team Liquid, but now Falcons have to trade it up for the tower up top. How much will they get? Seems like not much.
In comes Sanji. RWM, Carl DZ secures the Turtle off camera. Haji swiping away. Ogwin comes through. Last minute. Glorious Pathway forcing a Crimson Beacon out of Sanji. No dice for Falcons.
Okay, so they trade for objectives. TL doesn't end up losing anybody off of that, but there was definitely an attempt from Team Falcons. They just couldn't capitalize on the kills, so it's pretty much an even trade.
I'd rather have this than them overextend and end up with nothing either way.
Yeah, it's a good thing also that Teddy didn't need to use his Purify the last one, just the raw power of Blazing Duet, Fighter Emblem Festival of Blood, keeping himself alive through raw lifesteal and spell spam.
And I think just the movement speed that he got, it just allowed him to get out of dodge.
Yeah.
Good moves here on both sides right now. Team Falcons just slowly cooking with this lineup.
700 gold lead now for Super Marco, so that rotation from the Falcons ended up helping their cause. They want to get their Moskov out of this lane quick.
They want to get him out here quick. Part of that is just continuing to let Super Marco do this. Again, I think even if he lands the SODs in the last Turtle, it depends. You know, he's right there on that side of the map. If he has an opening, he'll take it. If not, he continues to scale up on the Moskov. So far, though, your advantage is fighting around Haji. Potentially Kyle's threat.
Whoa!
Like this.
Requiem finds JP. But JP does live. Oh, Haji with the RWM clutch today. Defensive use of the BMI. A pickoff is a pickoff.
Carl TZ almost got taken down. If Falcons got that, that would be a snowball start. But they did get JP. They use a lot of abilities for that, though. And again, the Gwyn, so fearsome in the jungle.
Yeah, that's the threat that we're looking for here.
The real deal.
Oh, wow, nice Spear of Misery.
Massive by Marco, and they didn't even overcommit. They just wanted the turret. Now Carl DZ coming in. Teddy and JP looking for targets. Ogwin holding it down. Ogwin gets taken down here. Carl secures.
So that gives them a clear sign to go ahead and secure the last Turtle of the game.
Yeah, a bit of a misplay there by Falcons. Liquid knew that Ogwin didn't have his Revitalize yet. They were counting, they marked it, and they got Turtle number 2.
Turtle 3.
Their second.
Their second Turtle.
Oh, their second.
Is what I meant.
He was right.
You were right.
But also,
I am right. So we're all right.
Yeah, we were talking. We were talking about the first two turtles, but it ended up becoming dead even because no one got a clear lead. But now this turtle 3, ooh, Falcons needs to start getting towers off the sides. That's how Teddy and Liquid were able to get one up top. So now it's going to be Kyle helping out Super Marco to break this. Just a trade yet again across the map.
Oh yeah, they're going to trade. Teddy just does a bit of damage that one, but that will be the tier 1 falling.
That's a lot of minions, man. Even with the damage reduction of the turret, it still took out way too much health.
Oh, and Flap is taking his time. He doesn't trust the map. He doesn't know where JP is. Nor Carl, so he's not sure if he wants to overcommit to the defense.
Look at JP right now, man. He's just behind enemy lines, just taking a gander around.
One might say light-like.
Yeah, looks very light-like at this point. They want to go for this tier 1.
Oh my lord! Deadly Magic, it's Hanjo catches it.
Yep, they'll be alive though. A bit of a body block there by Ogwen. Kyle thinking about recalling back to base or staying in the pixel. And he makes the right call and goes back. As Liquid now have control of the river and the map, Falcons, time is running out for their mid-game. But their time comes back online for the late game through their Moskov and their Eve.
Yeah, that's what they're playing here for. Tier 1 going to be worked on again. TL playing around this advantage of mobility where Team Falcons is centered up. Kyle won't land. Whoa!
Dear Lord! Marco put within an inch of his health. He stays. Ballsy.
The same area where Marco spotted out Carl TZ when it was the carry versus the YSS.
Carry versus Harley.
Harley, there, thank you.
Look at Teddy again.
Opening up the map.
Marco's getting there.
Yeah, Falcons are lost in their own jungle and in their own side of the river. Because of the threat of the Cho and how fast it can rotate, they really cannot read the rotations of Liquid.
They don't trust it. Bravest Fighter from Flap, bursting one from Sanji. And now in comes the Bravest Fighter, blazing to win inside the RWM. Teddy trying to deal some damage. Sanford caught through. Does flicker out.
That's a great pick. This is the Lord up. Carl TZ still up though, so Team Falcons, even with taking out Sanji, they still have to be cautious.
They see Harley.
Just like against Onyx, as long as they pick off the Zushin, they are ready to go. Lord here, within a tenth of its health, and Kyle secures. Oakland will get picked off though. JP taken down. Flap is wailing away. Will get taken down here. And now Carl and Teddy. Kyle with the setup and the freeze. Oh, he gets taken down here. Pyrrhic victory for Falcons.
They get the Lord, but they lost too much. Liquid with the pedal on the gas. Falcons tried to get some kills, but Liquid were able to sidestep and survive. The Lord, though, will still be able to get out of the Falcons base. It spawns now. While Flap is back in 5, Kyle is back in 11. Falcons will be able to push out.
6 games in, one thing is true.
Yeah.
RWM plus the SOD and the SOM. Haji with a shutdown. Carl falls. Traded out for. Looking for more. Super Marco here. That's too much pressure. He flickers back. Dodges back rather, but it's too much. And there's not much of a punish from Falcons as they get run through by Liquid. Sanji with a Crimson Beacon. Infernal Pursuit by Sanford. They both just live. And the Lantern Flare from the Chef.
One thing is true, that might have been an overstep.
They got the Harley, but it cost them too much. Still, the members of Falcons will return, and this Lord will get the charge and pop the passive. In the big picture of the macro, it works out for Falcons. In the small picture of the gold, in terms of the outplays, Carl TZ is 3 levels ahead of Kyle.
But that never stopped Falcons.
Yeah.
More than once in this series, Kyle stepped up and knew that it was all about utility. And if there's a way for Falcons to slow this down, that's what they gotta do. Time and again in this series alone, you've seen as long as it's slow and steady, Falcons win. But if it happens in the blink of an eye, even if it's Falcons who initiates, Liquid wins.
Oh, look at this.
Brings them into this.
That's a kick onto Ogwin, RWM, plus the Glorious Path to use defensively. SOM into the wall. A lot of damage coming in from Marco. Now he takes down JP. Sanji with the Crimson Beacon. Compromising Super Marco. Teddy with a blazing duet. Taking down Flap. Taking down Ogwin as well. 2 for none. Make it a 3 for 1. Teddy with a triple. Sanji finds Marco. 4 for 1. And that's the wipeout Tade is a maniac.
The minion waves are far, but does Liquid have the damage? Does Liquid have the speed to march through the mid and into immortality?
They're taking it down the tier 2 turret. You have a couple seconds for Team Falcons to come up. JP will immortality tank this turret. They'll just get that and go reset.
Slow it down. Liquid have demolished that mid lane inhibitor.
Oh!
Now in comes the rest of Falcons. JP dashes on through, flickers out. Glorious pathway, SOD. Sanji does use the Crimson Beacon to survive. Super Marco into Tade, blazing duet. BMI through, and Haji punishes him. There's the shutdown. Ogwen gets taken out here. 2 for 1 the trade.
Teddy makes it happen! From steady Teddy to deadly Teddy!
It cost him his life, but it's 2 members of Falcons who fall. But Falcons also made the right call. But Liquid got the counter. It's not over yet. They're still fighting. This is why they're the Titans.
Oh man, this spear and a great beacon from Sanji.
Nature.
But look at that, Teddy there for the team and comes out swinging.
Still could be anyone's game, folks. But the map is blue. And I'm not talking about the color of the Falcons towers. I'm talking about Liquid. Still in control, but Falcons, they're not going down without a fight. They keep on fighting. Marco has SOD.
Oh, this is deadly dance. Lord here at the 10th of its health. Kyle comes in. Teddy secures. Glorious pathway. In comes Teddy. And there's a Requiem, but no follow through. Ogwen here is going to get taken down. Sanji gets in. Kyle taken out. Teddy finds another. What's Marco thinking? Chubby wave down bottom. Oh, they sent Sanford back to defend.
Falcons needs to withstand this. Haji didn't use his real-world manipulation, so we'll have it with him. But Kyle and Ogwen are down for too long. And it's 5 against 3. The 4 horsemen and their Teddy. Liquid and the cavalry are feeling it.
It's possible that they turn into the 4 horsemen and the GOAT. There's the RWM. Lord still standing. Sanji taking a lot of damage with hoof stomps. Heard through history. A stampede by the cavalry. Going back to back to back.
Team Liquid Philippines are your MPL Philippines Season 17 champions.
We are all witness to a legacy that will withstand the test of ages. Emulated, never to be replicated. Their fierce gallop into immortality will echo forever. Team Liquid PH are the greatest of all time.
One hell of a grand finals we had here in San Juan Arena as all sides erupt with the ending we had here. 6 games of distinct action on both sides. One hell of a series, and again, congratulations. The Titans roared here in San Juan.
Carl Teasy kept his promise. Snap, Aeon, and Teddy got their titles.
And San Juan Arena still remains his home. A gold medal in 2019, 3-peat in 2026.
We've been the We Bear Bros. Thank you so much for joining us here. Let's throw it over on the stage for our winning ceremony.
They fell 1 step short, but they fought a good fight. Maraming salamat, Team Falcons! And now, MPL Superfans, make some noise for your Season 17 champion, Team Liquid Philippines! Team Liquid Philippines, get ready to lift the trophy that you've earned. 3, 2, 1. Weeks of grinding and sacrifice, all leading to the single moment of immortality. Welcome, your MPL Philippines Season 17 champions! To present the mock check, may we call on Mr. Victor Kabuay.
the Philippine Esports Organization Project Manager. To present the medals and rings, please welcome on stage Mr. Julius C., the Chief Executive Office of Ferry.
And for the first time ever in MPL Philippines, our champions will also receive championship rings from the official jewelry partner of the MPL Philippines, Ferry. The Lone Stallion, Saji. El Daddy JP. Steady Teddy. The greatest of all time, Carl TZ. The Apex Predator, Sanford. Daiki. Coach Snap. And Coach Aeon.
This is the ultimate proof of your legacy. Tatak na ngayong season ay kayo ang huling pumalag.
And finally, we award our finals MVP. The player that significantly contributed to their team's road to immortality.
Presenting this award is attorney Francisco J. Rivera, the Games and Amusement Board Chairman.
Super fans, let me hear it from you. Who is your finals MVP? Congratulations! Sanford! Sanford, congratulations for being the finals MVP. Sanford, congratulations! You're already a champion. Not just a champion, it's a three-peat. And you are a finals MVP. What's one thing that you want to say to your supporters, the whole cavalry, and your family?
Thank you to all the cavalry who showed up here today and supported us throughout the season. Shout out for all your support. Thank you. And this season is for you, Cavalry.
To our finals MVP, Sanford!
And one more time, champions, please step towards your trophy. On the count of 3, raise it up for the world to see. In 3, 2, 1!
Isang malamat na season na naman ang nagtapos at nakita natin kung sino ang tunay na pumalag.
At ngayon, oras namang ipakita at subukan ang palag ng buong mundo at ipakita ang lakas ng Pinas sa Paris as we head to the mid-season cap at the Esports World Cup.
Congratulations once more to Team Liquid Philippines.
At muli, super fans, maraming salamat sa pag